Hello, welcome to the House of the Spirits. Welcome home. In this reading, we are going to have a chat with your spirit guides. We are asking them who they are and if they have any important messages that they want to share with you right now. So, for the first pile, we have Virgo, Sagittarius, Cancer, and Capricorn. Your significator card is Bes, the Egyptian god of merrymaking. I am so sorry for the background noise. I hope that it's not too disrupting. The second pile we have Libra, Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. And your significator card is Min. This is the Egyptian god that is similar to the devil in the tarot. So, for the third pile, we have Scorpio, Pisces, Leo, and Aquarius. Your significator card is Croix de Vie. This is the Ankh cross. And this is a beautiful card of destiny and luck, good fortune. Okay, so I will leave you to choose your pile with your zodiac signs, your significator card, or your intuition. I will see you in your pile. Pile number 1. Your significator card is Bes, the god of merrymaking. He is also the god of intoxication, a little bit similar to Dionysus. And to me, this is also a playful card. It's a little bit chaotic. It's a little bit messy, let's say, but there's a playfulness. There's creative energy. This is also why he's the god of music, and you see a lot of musical instruments here. So this kind of hypnosis and this sensuality of music, of engaging with your senses. Okay, so let's see, what else do we have? Who are your spirit guides and what are their messages for you right now? The undressing of a salad. Wow. This is like achieving the impossible. This is doing something that seems so out of reach for most. This is about a very complex situation, something that is messy. It's interesting because it's, in a way, it's similar to the energy. So, do you have any more information for pile number 1? Maybe this is a lot, but hey, we'll just go with the flow. Gloom and the Doom, and the Oakman. Now I think I get it. I think that your guides, they are very ancient. They are possibly coming to you right now. There's a lot of spheres and balls, and I think that these guides have something to do with your body, and they are also from a very primordial time. I think that they are from a time when on Earth there was no language. There was only the language of nature, the language of the cells. And they are trying to come to you through music and joy and merrymaking. That's super interesting. I am not too worried about this Gloominous Doom. Gloominous Doom is a card that carries a certain weight. He's so sad. He's almost like comical. So sweet, that face, but so sad. But in this case, I'm not really feeling sadness. I just feel like there is this undefined way of being, like almost so primordial that there's no language. There's no way to express this with ideas even, because our brains, our minds, they work with concepts that are verbal, that are language. And so this is trying to unveil a part of you that is pre-language. And in that part of your body, there is an information, a specific information that is stored there, that is from this time. And these guys are coming to you to tell you, to show you something about this time. So now let's see, what is this information? What are they trying to tell you? Okay. We have Cosmos. With globalization, playfulness, the self, and spontaneity. Fields. With collectives, service, harvest, equanimity. Duality. Alternation, paradox, hardship, mediation, and threshold. And finally, we have border, with castaway, separation, depth, relief, observation. Interesting. Okay. Now, what else do we have? House. And his thoughts. Interesting. So, one of the things I'm getting is that the guides that you have right now, they are connected to the place where you live. It's something to do with the place where you live, with where your house is standing. It might be the whole territory, like the city, the town, the region, the country, or it might be someone who lived in that house that is channeling this specific energy. But it's so ancient. It's impossible. It's impossible that this is coming from, civilization, any sort of civilization. I really feel like this is coming from a primordial source. This is a spirit guide that knows what this earth was before humans. Interesting. I still want to, let me see what the tarot has to say, because this message here with House and his thoughts, it's interesting that the frames are the same. This deck has different sets of frames, but sometimes they match. And in this case, they match. So it's like the house and this person match. So it's like he's inside that house. That's how I feel this. And there's a woman outside the house holding a lamp. And then there's a man inside thinking. It's like someone wants to speak to you, but is not on in the same place, like time and space. I almost feel like there's someone in another dimension, in another, like an alternate timeline, that is trying to speak to you. I feel a masculine energy. There's a lot of masculine energy in this specific reading. So I would say your guide, it's not, I don't think it's a set of guides. I'm focused on one energy. I really feel like this is one energy. And it's an energy that understands Earth in a very specific way, that is not contextualized in any culture, in any set of beliefs like religion, or I just feel like it's something really pre-language, pre-civilization, pre-human, possibly. Well, let's see. Separation. I feel like there was a separation, right? There's something about being on the sidelines and observing from the border, from the outskirts of something, and not participating in it, just observing. I think that your guides are neutral. They are just, this guide, specific guide, he, I am saying he because I feel the masculine energy, but I don't know if gender even is a concept that is useful here. It's just it's easier for me. I think that he is impartial, is a neutral force, and it's just like, it's like a natural impulse. The natural impulse of life itself, and not only human life, also animal life, also cells, and very simple living structures, crystals, everything that is a part of humankind, but not human in a sense. Yeah. Wow. We have the Two of Swords with peace. The Moon. The Six of Cups. The Nine of Cups. The merrymaking, right? Still that feeling of merrymaking. The Prince of Cups. Very intuitive, emotional, really, let me see. Wow, the Magician and the Moon. Wow. I think that possibly this specific spirit guide has traveled in space, possibly dimensions, new threads of light. Wow. There's a lot of crossing over to the other side, and there's a lot of movement, and it's like the sight, the landscape that this person or this entity can grasp is so vast that it kind of distorts everything into balls. It's really surreal. Okay, Four of Wands with conclusion. Ten of Swords, ruin. Okay, so final cards. Wow, the Hierophant. What a spiritual guide. And the Six of Wands. Okay. So this is your spirit guide. Now I want to know about you, like specifically, what are they here to do with you? What are you supposed to do? What are they wanting from you? Do they want something from you? Maybe that's not even a concept. I'm just... Okay, Queen of Swords. 10 of Cups. The Devil. And the 3 of Swords. Okay. So, I guess that... So these are neutral energies. I don't even think like it's a people or it's a kind of person, a kind of entity. This is just one specific entity that is very vast and it's very hard to explain. I will try my best because it's so neutral and it's so just chaotic in a way that at the same time, it's like this entity has the knowledge of how life is created from nothing. It's like they want to return to nothing so that things can begin anew. And they are trying to speak to you so that you are able to be on the outskirts and observe so that you are not involved. I think that you're not supposed to be involved. And this is why I see the Devil here. I think that you are supposed to detach. The Queen of Swords, 10 of Cups is like, I've had my share, I've had plenty, I have more than enough for me. This is the end of a cycle. You are getting this energy now because you are at the end of a cycle. You are able to transition into another cycle. And that's something that is a blessing that is not... Not everyone has that privilege. Most people, they just, when things break down, they just don't know what to do. They are very lost and usually they transition. I'm so sorry for the noise. So I was saying that because people can't grasp certain concepts, they can't transition into other dimensions. And this is also why death occurs in a way. So because it's how can I explain this? You know that phrase, we start to die when we stop learning. So if you're constantly learning and reinventing who you are and yourself, but deeply, just it's not that, you know, getting like a new haircut, or it's not only the ability to change your appearance or to do something different with your routines, and it's not only that, and let go of the past and move on to something new. It's also being able to do those changes on a very fundamental level. Like, can you change the underpinnings? Can you change the base of your existence, of the concepts that you base your existence on, that you base your thoughts on your existence on? Because this is all in the realm of language. I can only use language to speak to you. I'm also using the cards with the pictures to try to access a non-verbal part of your brain and mine, of course, but I'm using language. It's more of an emotional language that you need to kind of reinvent, but you're able to do that because you have this guides. These guides are coming from the border. They're not involved in current events. They are not involved in any part of human history specifically. They are just there. And they are so much a part, an integral part of everything, that they will help you. They are here to help you go into this process of metamorphosis, where you can rediscover a new dimension. I think they're helping you to change dimensions, to move from one dimension to another. There are things that have reached their conclusion, their logical conclusion here. They can't really evolve. They're stuck. And if you are too engaged in this, you will also be stuck, and they are here to help you destroy something in a way. But with that destruction, your soul will be victorious. Your soul will overcome a specific kind of transformation that most people will not overcome. You are really able to move from, it's like moving from one ball to another ball, from one universe to another, and still have that cohesion, that connection to your soul, that like the thread is intact, unscathed. You're still connected to everything, but you are able to pivot towards the perimeter so that you are not involved in the spinning of the wheel. You are just observing. And I think you will feel a relief when, I'm sorry for the noise again, the construction. I really feel like you will feel a lot of relief. So when you feel relief from the burden of being a part of a confusion or a drama, or it's like a dimension of space and time that you're a part of, when you feel relief, you will know that you have been guided by this entity. This entity wants you to be, I really feel like it's being like an outcast, being an outsider. They want you to be the outsider. But they are everywhere. They are not in a specific place. So if you go outside, now I understand. I think that there are entities that are very connected to humanity, and they are just in the whole drama. They are connected to the drama. So if you pray to them, if you are connected to them, you will engage with that drama, with that story, with the karma and dharma. So if you are on the outskirts, you will not engage with that. You will just observe. It's like being in meditation, having that pure mind. It's just observing, not judging, not involved in anything. You will access this. You will feel a great relief. You are guided by this entity to feel that relief. And once you do that, you will also be moving on to a new dimension of time and space, but also maybe growing into a true teacher, like a spiritual teacher, possibly for some of you. These are your spirit guides, so that's the whole purpose here. And the Hierophant and the Six of Wands as the end cards, this is the final objective of this spiritual entity, the spirit guide, is to take you to a place of overcoming any spiritual challenges and building a structure that is seen by others, like unequivocally, as being seen as a spiritually evolved person unequivocally. There are no doubts. There's a sudden recognition from everyone that you have achieved a certain step. And you are leading the way because other people might follow you. That's the whole purpose of guidance, right? Guidance is to open new pathways. That's super interesting. Because you also have the collectives here, it's very important that relationship with with other people. I think that the relationship with other people will come when you reach this step here. Like you are going to be seen as a spiritual guide yourself, incarnated, right? This is a non-incarnated spirit that I'm seeing here. But in the meanwhile, you might want to practice that meditation, connect yourself to that more primordial part of yourself as much as you can, engage with it, specifically with arts and music, because this is the main card in your reading is best. And it is a chaotic card. It is. And maybe this is why it's like on the fringe. I see it like, it's like the concept of entropy, but it's more the chaos. Yeah. So from chaos is extremely fertile. And a lot of order and structure can be very suffocating, can be something that hinders life force. And I think that you are guided to go through chaos, to guide people through chaos, to detach yourself from involvement in dramas, in confusion, in even if it's not confusing, detaching yourself from any structure that is overbearing, suffocating, addictive, repetitive, contrary to life, contrary to evolution. Letting that go by connecting to that more primordial part of yourself and rediscovering that structure, another structure, through the Hierophant and the Six of Wands. Overcoming that period of turbulence, not being afraid of that turbulence, because it's in your grasp to understand it. You just have to detach as much as you can. That is the message of your spirit guides. Your spirit guides are incredibly powerful and at the same time very peaceful, and they're really not wanting to interfere a lot. I think that your relationship with this spirit guide, this specific spirit guide, is more about you wanting to engage with him and less about him intruding. I don't think that this energy will ever impose itself in your life. It will always be something that you decide to engage with. This is also very important because if you don't engage with it, it kind of fades. it just loses the power. It loses its strength. But I think that if you allow that playfulness, it will come very naturally. It will come just very easy. Beautiful reading. Thank you so much for this. If you also enjoyed, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I hope to see you again very soon. Bye. Pile number 2. Let's see what your spirit guides have to say. Okay. These are too many. Is this okay, or can we get some more? They're coming out. Too many. Okay, so first of all, let's see the Min card. Min is not a very beneficial card initially. It's about things that might be hidden, deceitful people, something that is there's a bit of mischief in the air. So let's see what else. Luatha's the Wild, interesting, and the Rar. This is very impulsive energy, very raw, very primitive. Once again, first pile also had this kind of primordial feeling to the entity that came through. What else? Okay. Wow. Let's see. We have perfume with instinct, camouflage, sublime, and liberation. Sorry for today. This focus is not working. Initiation, tradition, death and resurrection, spiritual medicine. Love, childlike innocence, play, honesty, essence. And completion, endings, letting go, blessings, and satisfaction. Interesting reading. What else do we have? Maybe these two. Okay. Gaining a lot of money. Meetings. And prison. I'm silent because I'm observing the patterns that are emerging here already. I think that this spirit guide is possibly an energy that you have not yet engaged with, but that you're going to meet very soon. You're still completing a cycle that needs to end, and it's like this energy still hasn't gained any roots, let's say. It's still in its very, so it's like you're getting a new set of guides, or a new guide, a new spirit guide. It's coming towards you. Whoa, it's flying towards you. So we have Temperance, Judgment, Knight of Swords, Seven of Swords. Okay. Three of Wands, Seven of Cups, the Emperor. Okay. The World. There you go. Helping you to finish something. The Knight of Wands. Coming in very fast. On a horse. It's like coming in with a certain type of energy that you're going to recognize. Possibly a little bit immature. It can also be that initially it seems like play. It seems like somebody's joking with you, or there's a sort of a joke. Interesting. It's like it's funny. It can be funny. It can also be a little bit wild. The Ra is untamed energy, and kind of, it's an energy that is still not defined, still not rooted in anything or any place. It's like it's not doing anything specific. It's just there. And Luathas the Wild is ready to go. So there is an impulsivity. There's a childlike playfulness here. Once it comes to you, what does it want you to do? The Tower. 10 of Pentacles. The Magician. Wow. What else? 2 of Swords. And Queen of Cups. What does it want you to do? So I think that the most important card in this spread in defining your guides is the Temperance card. I think that the energy that is guiding you has a lot to do with the energy of the Temperance card. So it's an energy of balance and harmony. It has a lot to do with the relationships in your life. So I do think that making peace and having a peaceful emotional environment is the objective towards your guides are guiding you to. So the people you meet and how you build your relationship with them is the most important thing. And this energy, to me, is a very feminine energy that is coming to you right now, is also the energy of family, the energy of children also, possibly. With the 10 of Pentacles here, I do think that this energy is very important to you right now. Either you have your family and you have, issues, or you want to protect the energy of your family. There's a structure here that you want to defend. The prison and the tower are also very interesting. I think that the prison here is actually working not as a prison, but more as a structure that keeps you safe. This is also one of the possible meanings of this card, and you have gaining a lot of money. So I think that you have possibly built a family and have a structure of your own. And I think that the challenge here is to build it solidly, to build it with a strong foundation, with a good connection to each other, a good connection to spirit, to your guides, with love. And it's really sweet. There's a sweetness here. If you don't have that structure, possibly, and you want to, possibly this energy is guiding you to that structure, that building that you are going to create, but in relationship with a group of people with, it's like choosing your destiny as a family. That's how I feel. It's very interesting. I have never thought of that this way. If that's not your case, I think that you should be very mindful of who you meet, because your guide, this goddess, this entity that I think is guiding you, wants you to discover it's like the pot at the end of the rainbow, gaining a lot of money, and Iris, this is Iris, the goddess Iris, the goddess of the rainbow. They are guiding you to that treasure. They want you to discover that treasure, and they are aiding you by putting people, specific people, in your path so that you can make peace, so that you can engage with them in a constructive way, in a way that I really feel like you're possibly being guided to build a structure, like an actual structure, possibly a physical structure, or a company or something that has to, it's like a family, has to act like a family. People must collaborate, they must engage with each other in a way that creates abundance for everyone. The confusion and the Seven of Swords here, the Seven of Cups, it's this confusion and this deceitful way of doing things is just not going to work anymore. So you can also be a leader in this transformation, like in a company or in a family. I think they are guiding you to be the one that helps the energy transform and be much more productive, much more healthy, much healthier, creative. I think that you are guided to step away from some sort of deceitful situation, hurtful situation possibly, but extremely confusing, and rebuild a life, rebuild the structure, rebuild the family. There's something here about rebuilding a family, rebuilding a group of people, a connection, specific connections, making new connections, playing with different concepts. The initiation here, I really feel like there's this disruption, and this entity is guiding you to be gentle, to be sweet, to be to like keep the dream alive, keep the hopes up, and also to be in every relationship that you have in your life, to be very kind, to be able to be very kind, and to bring down to the ground, to the soil, to the details, to the mundane life, this energy that is a little bit all over the place, that is too chaotic. It's very hard to harness the energy. It's very tiring. They're like guiding you. There might be even signs in your excuse me, in your physical body that I think that this energy is trying to communicate with you through, like, I feel tired, but I must go on, or you have a certain part of your body that hurts and you are kind of overlooking it. I think that this guide is trying to tell you to bring your attention to those spots, to those places in your body, because they are the ones that ground you in reality. They are the ones that are trying to get your attention so that you can have this medicine. Temperance is also about medicine. It's also about that cure, healing. There's a lot of healing here. Okay, so possibly some of you are really like doctors and healers. So maybe you are being challenged to change something about your practice, to keep on healing, to keep... The energy is very sublime. It's very it's also very intelligent. I feel like whoever I'm talking to, you are very, very intelligent, and your work, it requires a lot of intellectual energy. It requires a very specific structure, like being a doctor, like being, you know, a healer. You have a certain discipline, you have a certain set of rules, you have an oath that you have to abide by. You have to understand so many details and so many different things and still be available to others, have a kindness, have a gentleness, that, you know, that human touch that creates healing. I think that your guides are medical in a way. So if you're related to that field, to that line of work, know that you have guides that are very strong and that have a lot of healing power, and they have been guiding you to meet the people that need you, to, you know, you're always in the right place at the right time to create more healing, to develop this side of yourself. If that's not the case, it's just that you are possibly a very healing presence, and that you are invited to have more authority, possibly, in that field. So if it's a family, you are invited to guide that family, to be a more active voice, to not hide your thoughts and feelings about things, and to have a more definitive word, like a more decisive word, to have more of a say in things and not be confused by anything. Put roots, to put down roots in things, and to build solid things, solid structures. And I think that it's also, I feel like focus is also very important here. You need to focus on the details. You need to know what you're doing and understand what you're doing very well. It's very, it's a lot of intellectual power that you have to use. You have to take care of your body. You have to take care of your health in order to do this very demanding job. There's a demanding job here. And it's very easy to go down, you know, to have burnouts, or to be like choking, like not suffocating. That's what I was trying to say. Like suffocating, and to be like cornered by so many chores, so many responsibilities. Yeah, it's very, very important to have discipline, to have order, but also to have that gentleness and kindness always, always in everything that you do. This is a very kind entity, a very gentle energy, a very sweet. It's not only motherly, it's more detached but it's very healing, and it's very to the point. It's very efficient, but with all the heart, with all the love. Very innocent, very pure, guiding you to that healing, that completion. It's like getting everybody in a group, in a round table, or yeah, it's just like I'm seeing like a group activity, and everybody's focused on one thing, and it's something that's very healing for everybody, something that embraces all these different details and completes a certain picture. It might be a family, it might be a company, I'm not sure. I'm just seeing this group of people coming together and creating together something that is beneficial, that is abundant, that is opens a world of possibilities also. And there's a lot of this feeling of satisfaction, of completion. So this is also something important. So these guides are with you because they want you to complete a specific task. You might know exactly what it is. Whatever it is, I think that it has to do with healing. Physical healing, possibly, of the physical body. It might be healing of the psyche with, psychology, coaching, some sort of activity that is very healing. Knowledge of nature also, but knowledge, very deep knowledge of feelings, of emotions. So there's a lot of giving energy here. It's a giving dynamic and very loving. Beautiful reading. Thank you so much for this. If you also enjoyed this reading, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I hope to see you again very soon. Bye. Pile number 2, pile number 3. Your significator card is the Croix de Vie. This is the Ankh cross. And this card is a card of blessings, of protection, of guidance, and good fortune in general. So, what a nice start. Okay, let's see, what else do we have? Who are your spirit guides? What do they want to tell you today? Pile number 3. Wow. The Los Guna. Make the Myomancer. And Singer of the Chalice. Beautiful. Okay. Oh, again, Perfume with Instinct, Camouflage, Sublime, and Liberation. Came out in pile number 2. So I started pile number 3's reading by saying pile number 2, so maybe something is there that is useful for you too. Tradition with Resurrection, Truth, Sincerity, and Clear Path. Seeds, Potential, Explosion, Simplicity, Humility. Healing, Transformation, Rebirth, Confrontation, Emptiness. Okay, what else? Very colorful reading. Interesting. Again, his thoughts came out in the first pile. And Success in Love. Interesting. So, I'm still trying to work out who are your guides specifically. But one thing I am certain of, it's that they are coming to you with a lot of signs. They are putting specific clues in your path, and they want you to be a part of a miracle, and they are going to bring a miracle in your life. That's amazing. That's when I saw the Singer of the Chalice, I was reminded of the Holy Grail. And some people connect the Holy Grail to Mother Mary or to Mary Magdalene. It's possible that that is the energy that's coming through for you right now as a spirit guide. Your spirit guides have so many blessings for you. It's like they are always looking out for you. They are always thinking of you. There might be a specific person in your life that reminds you of these qualities, and that might be bringing that experience, because with success and love and his thoughts, there might be a specific person. It's also possible that person is no longer in this dimension, that this person has passed or is an ancestor. But it's also possible that that's not at all the case. It's just that your spirituality is a part of this great energy of the great blessing of the Great Mother. So the great blessing of love, of fortune, of having abundance, and also of being taken care of. I really feel like your spirit guides are constantly like bombarding you with, oh, sorry for this. That was super funny when I said bombarding you with signs. The light started to flicker. So it was just that something was not, it was a bad contact that the electricity was making. And that's super interesting. So signs, there you go. Very interesting. So who are these guides or this specific energy? And what do they want to say to you right now? The Four of Wands. No focus today? Okay. Knight of Cups. Knight of Wands. Knight of Arrows. Wow, that's a lot of knights. 3 nights in a row. It's like different people coming to you, like flocking to you, wanting something from you or giving you something, like many blessings, getting many blessings. The High Priestess. There you go. Next to the Singer of the Chalice, I really think that this is very similar to Mary energy, Mother Mary. This is Sarasvati. Sarasvati, the goddess of music, of the intellect, of literature, of art, of, the subtle intellect. Very, okay, sublime. Something sublime about this energy. Very, very sublime. Very subtle. Very refined. It is an energy that has been with humankind for a long time, but it has a lot of, it's like an advanced technology at the same time. It's very evolved, very high tech. That's why the miracles, I think that they want you to notice the miracles. This entity wants you to notice the miracles. Notice the miracles we send you. Notice the messages. The Losguna is about messages that come in dreams, when you're taking a bath, when you're relaxing. And Make the Myomancer is about, signs, noticing the details, noticing having the and patience. This is also something that is common. Both the Singer of the Chalice and Make the Myomancer talk about patience as a way of achieving miracles also. 5 of Wands. 4 of Cups. 2 of Pentacles. I think that they are throwing stuff at you, like a lot of information, because they know you can take it. But it might be a little bit overwhelming to understand everything. You have to be very thoughtful. You have to make time to understand what they are saying. You have to be open to... You have to be humble. It's like you have to be humble and see potential in very small things. Because it's like very small things have a lot of power, and they are trying to tell you, like, notice the small things. Because they are the blessings that we're bringing to you, and possibly you're kind of not noticing all of them or interpreting them in a way that is... It's like this, it's a disruption to my life. It's not a disruption, it's a sign. What do they want you to do? The Star. Death. Wow. The 7 of Cups. The 7 of Swords. The Ace of Pentacles. And the Devil. Interesting. I want to clarify the Devil. Why is the Devil here? Justice. Ace of Pentacles and Justice. So, wow. This took a turn. So for me, what's happening here is that they want you to go deeper. They want you to go to confront something. They want you to fight something. It's like, stop procrastinating and go do what you have to do. Don't mind all the noise. Everything is perfect. Everything is a sign that it's like a stepping stone towards your objective. And they want you to focus on your highest hopes and dreams. They want you to be ready to let go of superfluous things. But I feel like there's a sort of a confrontation here. Like, it's not exactly a fight. It's more like a debate. They want you to debate another entity because they are backing you. It's like I feel like, yeah, this took a turn. I feel like you are a part of a spiritual war. You are like, I don't think you're like a soldier. You're just a part of it. You're just one person who has to fight a specific energy. And that is confusing sometimes. It's too sublime. It's too subtle. The ideals are so high that you, as a mortal being, as if you consider your life as in human form, you feel overwhelmed by such power, such powerful ideas, and having to back them and having to stick to them and defend this, like, have arguments to defend, be in the place, be in the spotlight in a way. It might be a little bit hard for you. It might be a little bit too much sometimes. But I think that you are here, it's like you're here for a reason, you're here for this. And it's a part of a rebirth that humankind is going through. You have to help the collective heal from something. And it's harsh. Sometimes it can be a little bit much. Wow. It seemed like a more light-hearted thing. Reading. Impressive. So, wow, this can be really, really hard to keep up with such high expectations, such high ideals. It's such a sublime energy, but you're called upon to perform a miracle, to be a part of this miracle, to be in this conflict, this spiritual conflict, and to be on this side of this such a beautiful energy. It's unconditional love. So the Singer of the Chalice is, to me, is really the defining card here, that it's really characterizing who is it that is guiding you. And you can call her Mother Mary, you can call her Saraswati, you can call her Mary Magdalene. There are so many names for this, Sophia. There are so many names and so many energies that can help you understand, that can help you understand this energy. It can help you put a picture on it that you can grasp easily, such as the High Priestess here with Saraswati, with this knowledge. It's like secret knowledge that can change the world. You are accessing secret knowledge that can help you perform a miracle, liberating people from the grasp of the devil, from this prison, from, wow, that you are guided on this mission to liberate people from the illusions created by the devil, from deceit. And with the Ace of Pentacles here, I feel like you're creating something. A project, it can be a technology, a project, it can be a specific technique, it can be a beautiful art, whatever. There's something here in your path that's very significant. It's like an achievement, a specific creation that you have to do that will shine this beautiful light that blinds the devil, that liberates the prisoners. This is Mara. And he brings with it the illusions, the greed, the suffering, the addictions. And you are balancing the karma created by the devil. And that's saying a lot. So this entity that is guiding you is putting you in positions, in specific situations, with specific people. You have 3 knights here. There's like, maybe you have 3 specific challenges to overcome. One is a more of emotional transformation. Another might have to do with a little bit of complacency related to a confusion, like being having a lot of emotions that you can't really define and kind of giving up. And then another might be ideas related to ideas that are thrown at you, or different like tasks that keep you from your most important tasks, like having this useless tasks and this feeling of uselessness, of not really achieving anything, so that you can get used to not achieving. And you say, okay, this is, you know, how life is. If I have like this job that I hate, or I have to do all these chores that I really, they're very they soul crushing in a way, and you just get used to this, and there's a sort of a complacency that you have to break free from. You have to cut. There's a routine, there's a repetition here, and it's very easy if you focus on this, and if you understand that the signs are everywhere. They're coming at you, and everything you have to do to achieve this miracle or miracles, or to be a part, to be involved in this miraculous development of evolution, is to be mindful of the signs, there's a humility in small things here. Very small details can make a lot of a difference. And if you feel complacent, and if you feel like defeated in a way, and you can't really engage with your soul, with certain parts of your soul, because you're too hurt or you're too tired, just watch the signs. Watch the signs. They're coming to illuminate your path. You're performing a miracle. It's like facing the devil is a miracle in of itself, and it's coming. It's like there's a sort of a balance that it's coming, and you're part of it. You are one of the participants, a very active participant in this, if you are watchful of the signs and you have a lot of blessings. I'm not judging anything, because I know many of you have a lot of suffering in your life, and this is not judgment. This is just saying that if you focus on the good things, I know this is such a common thing to say, if you focus on the best things that are happening in your life, more good things will come. It's like opening doors to different rooms with different treasures. And if you allow that door to be at least a little bit open, if you are not closing yourself from this spiritual and emotional understanding of the world, you will see more treasure and more treasure. And once you start seeing more, you are getting, one thing is for sure here, is that you are getting proof that miracles can happen. And that's a beautiful thing. That's incredible. Your spirit guides they're just super straightforward and truthful. there is sincerity. You have to have faith in them and trust in the miracles, trust in the possibility of miracles, because they are coming and you are part of them. You are one of the soldiers, let's say, of this beautiful energy, unconditional love, that is fighting against cruelty and addiction and imprisonment, any sort of subjugation. You are part of this great endeavor, and you are going to start something that is incredibly meaningful for this life mission. Do you want to know what it is? I'm so curious. Oh, you know, it can have something to do with legal matters. If you are a lawyer or you are working in something related to law, legislation, you might be fighting for the rights of people. You might be like there's a goodness here, there's a fighting for what's good, what's genuine, what's true, what's simple and loving. Can we know more about what you're supposed to do? Wow. The Five of Pentacles. I think that you are fighting for the dispossessed in a way, in general, but you're also fighting for resources. So what you are doing is going to channel, because there's a lot of pentacles here, you are going to channel resources to the right people, to people who are dispossessed or to people who were unfairly treated and stolen from, possibly. And while you are doing this, you are also combating a very dark energy in the world. That's incredible. And you are inspired by unconditional love. If it resonates with you, Mother Mary, Sophia, Saraswati, there are many goddesses that... You know, Saraswati is also... because she's the goddess of knowledge and music, like the written word, you can possibly turn to Saraswati for inspiration to write legal documents, to create texts, visions, stories that are helping these people who are unfairly treated, including yourself, possibly. But you are so blessed, you are so protected. The signs come to you just very naturally. You just need to be on the lookout for them, or not on the lookout, it just need to be watchful of very simple things, very humble things. While you keep also this very pure understanding of spirit, a hopeful mindset, and the ideals are very high, very, very high, very elevated spirit. Beautiful reading. Thank you so much for this. If you also enjoyed this reading, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I hope to see you again very soon. Bye.